We're on? Oh, we're live. Excellent.
We're on. We're
So I'm
on.
just finishing up the send outs to people because I was talking to Marty. Now I have to tell Alicia to turn it on. All right. There we go. So we're back for another hobby stream. What are you working on today, Josh?
I am going back to finishing up my squat bikes. I really want to get these done so I can get playing a tournament. I'm hoping to finish washing.
You're going in 2 weeks, right?
What's in 2 weeks?
Chase's tournament.
Oh, I know. I just got a notification that says
Yep.
it's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So next weekend I got to do another wedding.
Yeah, I know you, me, and Marty are going. Casey might be going. Chase might open up more tickets. We'll have to see. If he does, he's got to get a U-Haul or a van down here to grab the OSB. So yeah.
Well, in that case, I got 2 weeks to finish these up, so I'm hoping to get these bikes done, get these artillery started, and I'm hoping to, because I want to do a bunch more with these tanks, so I'm going to be doing more attempts at freehand, which we'll see if that works out or not, but...
Yeah, I am doing I'll be doing a blue Scribes conversion today. Because I need a blue Scribes. So, I have an old Arimon disc from Arimon on disc and Arimon on foot, and I gave it to Marty. Marty already had an Arimon on disc, and I'd started to paint an Arimon, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to do Thousand Suns. Do you want it? And he goes, yeah. So we had the disc extra because he already had an Arimon on disc, and so he needed an Arimon on foot, and now, boom, we'll be doing a blue Scribes. What I was thinking before was I was going to use a big pink on the back of this disc, and then a couple blues along the side, just for a different looking blue Scribes, and then paint them blue, of course. But then Marty also had a new pink kit. So I built one of the guys so far. I think I'll just use two, and he can fucking run off the front like a psychopath. And then I'll put another one in the back. I've also got things like this book here. It's got a hand coming out of it, so I'll make like a little pedestal like there for the guy in the back to be checking out the book. And then I got a shit ton of scrolls and flames and stuff I'll do coming, smoking out the back and whatnot, because it's 60 mil base, and so I'll put a bunch of rocks around it as well. And then I'll have a blue Scribes, because with the point changes I need to do a blue Scribes instead of the changeling. So because I think it would cost me the sticky objective on my knight. I think I can still get it in, but I think it would cost me the sticky objectives, and I want to have sticky objectives on that character, just because it allows me to, at a certain point, just throw all the knights forward. Because Nurglings can't come down. I mean, blue Scribes could come down. I'm also considering, I need to point it out, running 3 packs of blues instead of 2 packs of blues, and then 4 packs of Nurglings and the knights. I think I can get it in, and perhaps if that costs me the sticky objectives, probably worth losing the sticky objectives on one night in order to get another pack of blues in there, because there'll be a lot of games that I actually can camp a pack of blues on the back. So we'll see. But yeah, I got a couple weeks to decide, but I think I'm gonna need a blue Scribes. So, and I found that their little thing they do, their explosion thing they do, is kind of cute. Plus, the extra character allows me to throw the character knight away turn 1 if I decide to. If I've got a nice juicy target, or something where I need to get to the center objective, I draw like area denial and cleanse, and then just throw the character knight up there, knowing they're going to kill him next turn. Hopefully they don't draw assassinate turn 1. But then that takes Assassinate pretty much out of the game for them, because I'll have another character in the air, and then so they won't get the auto 5. So yeah, calculated risk depending on the game. So yeah, so one guy's done, and then I'm just going to be working on the other ones. Oh, I do need to clean these glasses though. That's disgusting. Proper way to clean glasses, everybody? Windex. And a paper towel.
I prefer mom spit myself.
I believe that is the way that that optometrists tell you to clean your glasses. That's a joke. Do not clean good glasses with
Well, what your lenses are made of matters.
Yeah, these are just readers. These are just make them bigger. All right. So back to figuring out which blue or pink horrors are going to be blue horrors on my thing. He might be good because he seems to be. And the other idea was I was going to take a different disc of Zinch and put night legs on it, since these guys are going with my knights. But decided against that as soon as I saw the Ahriman on disc. So anyway, what's been going on? Unity buckled, took back their entire thing. Went from a no, we're doing this to a, oh yeah, we're not doing this. And no games currently built on Unity or started on Unity will ever have to pay their stupid runtime fee. They upped all the minimums. So actually, but I think it's too little too late. I think people will just move to Unreal because they can't trust Unity. Let's see. What else happened? That terrible Hyenas game that we talked about, that got shit canned.
Oh, they just decided no?
Dude, it was in closed beta. It had its first closed beta, and Sega went...
Yeah, I've seen some advertisements for it, but they stopped.
Yeah. Oh, they stopped completely. Sega went, no. I don't know what you were thinking. With a looter extraction shooter, generic as fuck in today's day and age, where there's 57 of them. So that got vetoed, and they also, at Creative Assembly, who makes the Total War Warhammer games, they also apparently canceled some Total War Warhammer games. People are like, does this mean they're not going to end up doing the 40K Total War Warhammer 40K? There's a 0% chance they don't do that.
GW doesn't want a competitor for the miniature game.
No, GW loves money. Total War Warhammer made so much money. It's basically a done deal, and there's no way that Sega would cancel that. They'll cancel every Total War historical long before they cancel that. Because that is just an excuse to print money. Lots and lots of money. Because you would hate a giant sandbox of playing Space Marines, wouldn't you, Josh?
Oh, good God. I'm just worried that GW executives, being the fountain of wisdom that they are, will come to some bright idea like, well, people will stop playing our miniature game if they have a video version. It's like, you're an idiot. All we're going to do is push your tabletop more, but...
Yeah. No, and they're not going to make the same mistake they did with Total War Warhammer, because that came out. People were like, oh, I want to play this game on the tabletop. I want these models. And they're like, yeah, so about that, we we don't have those anymore. We killed this universe that you just now went into and really think is cool. Yeah.
OR was so much better than that Sigmar stupidity.
Yeah.
Good God. I couldn't even deal with the Sigmar rule changes if they wanted to change the lore.
Oh, yeah.
The lore sealed the deal.
The rule changes were necessary.
I liked Warhammer Fantasy, but mind you,
they were awful. The troop facings and stuff were. Ugh.
Oh, it wasn't that bad if you had two guys who knew how to play. The problem is...
It was even worse when you had two guys that knew how to play. Because both armies were essentially the same damn thing.
Well, I mean, I played through multiple editions, mind you, so...
Yeah. Well, and that was the other problem, was they decided, oh, yeah, we don't need to actually update any of these armies between editions, and, yeah. No, they just should have done the Sigmar rules and called it a day.
Well, that would have been the better option than what they did.
Rather than killing 30 years of beloved lore?
Yes. And running all kinds of people off, yeah.
But don't worry, Josh. Age of Sigmar is the largest selling, large-scale fantasy battle game that came out of the world of... I love it. Every single time they have to try to describe Age of Sigmar, being the best seller, period, they always have to break it down to the point where it's like, okay, so the only game that could possibly be is Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, what competitors does it have in the fantasy market? I mean, let's be honest.
Right. Yeah, that was goofy. I don't know why it was not a big IQ brain. Apparently, blame Jervis and Matt Ward. Apparently Warhammer Plus is losing money. Shocking.
No shit.
Shocking. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently a bunch of people who had subscribed canceled their subscription in protest over the rules and all that. Having to buy the book and have the subscription, people are not pleased about. So apparently Warhammer Plus has been losing money, which, we've discussed many a time, the quickest way to make it not lose money is just charge a subscription for the rules, and then it doesn't lose money.
But then we'll lose our rule book money. But you're also not paying for fucking printers, and you can do immediate fucking fixes, and oh my God, the problems you solve.
So many problems, so solved. But yeah, so that was silly. What else? We didn't end up doing the Thursday stream because we got some fucked up news on Thursday. So, what else were we going to talk about on that Thursday stream? I think it was just that, really. World of Warcraft. Oh, yeah. There's also rumors through the pipeline. Oh, well, the non-rumor through the pipeline is that Chris Metzen is back as the head of all, the creative director of all of Warcraft. So, and I have a tinfoil hat theory that people are like, yeah, they're going to announce just a classic restart of WoW. I don't think so. At BlizzCon this year. I think at BlizzCon this year, they're going to announce, because the deal will be completed, I happen to think they are going to announce that World of Warcraft is part of Game Pass. That's the announcement I think we're going to see at BlizzCon. Microsoft didn't buy Activision Blizzard to not buff the shit out of Game Pass, so...
Yeah, putting World of Warcraft on Game Pass, right? Requiring a Game Pass subscription. The game is free. You still keep your in-game transactions, right?
Yep.
But you're right. That would be a smart move. I could see that working out.
And I think they do that, and then they announce WoW 2.0 with Metzen back at the head. Oh, yes. Blue Scribes Scribes. All right. Yep. Exactly, Kim. It's they're living in the past but trying to play in the present. And it's
You can't just redo WoW, or redo.
well, Kim said GW doesn't understand the mathematics of putting the rules in Warhammer Plus and charging $10 a month. Yeah.
Well, yeah. They're going to tax you on top of taxing. People are pissed off about that kind of shit, especially in this day and age. And a game that's about fucking extra money.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, Kim, they would still sell quite a number of physical rule books. And they could charge more. And
They
then just
should,
and then just
actually.
make them super special editions. And guys, we'll still buy it. Because people love their rule book bookshelves that never get touched.
I touch mine all the time, but
Yeah, but you're a goddamn Luddite. Well, not really a Luddite.
no, I mean, I read old codexes, or I do, actually. And codexes of armies that aren't mine.
Right. But if they had the sub, then you'd have access to all the rules.
Well, I mean, as it is now, I sit there and go through PDFs of indexes, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Silly decisions. There's a bunch of talk that Baldur's Gate 3 essentially killed D&D, the virtual tabletop. That's out there. Which, don't know.
If your virtual tabletop was able to be killed by Baldur's Gate, your virtual tabletop wasn't that impressive.
Well, the problem was they were trying to make a virtual tabletop that, I mean, literally just was Baldur's Gate 3, but worse.
So, I mean,
all the DMs that have touched it are like, this is awful. Why would I want to use this? You've taken all agency away from the DMs. Like, all the roles happen on screen. Like, there's no... Yeah. Yeah, but I think Metzen going back to World of Warcraft might be a good thing. Depends if he still has passion for it, or if it's just a paycheck and a PR move. But they have to do something because that game is... I mean, it's completely pay to win now. Josh, did you know you can just buy gold directly from Blizzard now?
oh yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, so you can also sell gold directly to Blizzard.
Well, I mean, they had to deal with the gold for sale market. I guess that's one way of doing it, just cutting them off of the nuts.
Yeah, but it's completely pay to win. And then they introduced something that's like, oh, you do all these, dailies and accomplishments, and then you get this currency that buys, like transmog shit from like older sets and shit like that. And really well received. Everybody loved it, right? And then they go back and when they introduced it, they're like, oh, you'll never be able to buy this except for maybe in some large bundles. Like, you buy a collector's edition, they'll give you some of it and whatnot. That lasted until, 6 months to a year. And then they're like, oh, yeah, do you want to buy this corsage bundle where you pay $5 for an in-game corsage? Oh, and we'll give you 200 of this shit. Yeah, Blizzard I think Blizzard's dead as it sits. Which the other rumor that there's probably a lot to is but Elijah, if it was on Game Pass, that would probably change your decision. The other rumor that makes a lot of sense business-wise is that as soon as the Activision Blizzard deal is through, they're just going to take the Blizzard IPs. Microsoft is hand them off to their other studios, move the best people from there, from WoW and
just gut Blizzard.
in Overwatch.
Full on purge.
Completely do a full on purge. Send the best to other studios, send the IPs to other studios, and then sell off every bit of California real estate that Blizzard has. Because Blizzard has probably a couple $1 billion in California real estate at this point.
Yeah, wasn't that what the company was doing? It's just spending profits on.
Well, they built big giant campuses and a bunch of stuff that, pre-COVID and all that was probably, it's a good investment on the company's part. But now, most of their people don't want to go back to work in the office. And the thing you have to remember is, like here, it's like, oh, okay. And people were also hired during COVID that were not in the office. They never were going to be in the office, and then they're telling them they have to go to the office. Which is like, no, I signed this
contract. I took the job, so I don't have to go to no fucking office. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And, it's hard to be on the Blizzard employee side, considering Blizzard has literally the last good game they made, and that's if you consider Overwatch, the original, a good game.
No.
Was 9 fucking years ago was Overwatch 1. They have produced nothing but shit for about 20 years. And your track record is awful. You went from one of the most beloved video game companies to the most hated video game companies. So, actually, I think I'm going to put 3 pink horrors on this for the blue Scribes. They're not exactly scribing. They're a more aggressive Scribes. See, Kim, I think they could have just kept that fucking mine going if they hadn't ruined the game. Like I quit post Kata. We ran a hardcore raiding guild for about 5 or 6 years, and beat hard Deathwing, and then went, I'm out. Yeah, Casey had made his out of the Burning Chariot kit, but the chariots hang over the edge too much, and I think I'm just going to do this essentially, which will just be 3 pink horrors of the new pink horror kit. That's really good looking kit, painted blue, and then the rocks. And this is an old Arimon disc, and so it'll sit there. Actually, let me see if the disc is done yet. Keep talking.
Who am I talking to about what? It's kind of messed up because I don't have a screen, so I can't see anyone question or anything like that. We'll fix it eventually, though.
Best use ever for 3D printers. I need a 60 millimeter base because the Blue Scribes came on a flight stand that was 60 mil. So I need a 60 mil base. Cool. 50 minutes later, 60 mil base. So yeah, that'll sit there like that. Actually, might not even need to put too many rocks on it, and then just yeah. Nobody can definitely say that's too small. So. Yep, in fact, let's just go ahead. Thicker super glue, right?
Yeah, I 3D print bases all the damn time, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
How do you find out? What do you do if you lose? I've had people like online, what do you do if you lose bases? Like, well, I 3D print them, but.
Josh, do you have any thicker super glue that isn't, because I have the ultra liquid control stuff.
Yeah, all what I got's liquid. I got gel at home, but not here.
No, liquid's fine, just not the ultra liquid control stuff.
Let me go see.
Yeah, I swear we had a thing of super glue sitting around here. This is empty. Or clogged.
There's any left in this?
I swear we just had some from last tournament floating around. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah.
And I have that right there.
That was the one. This is the one that was floating around. Yeah. We'll try the gel first, because gel is good for bases. Nope, nothing in the jelly gel. And I can see all the way down into it, so. But this will definitely be good. Definitely larger than Tanner's rhino. That is for sure. Tanner had to use your rhinos, Josh.
Where his
Oh, dude, they were insanely small.
Oh, how'd the tournament Sunday go? I totally missed that.
Oh, went great. Went great.
Nice.
Lucas ended up winning.
Who did?
Coas Knights.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. He beat Nick in the finals. Jacob made it all the way 3-0. And then I think he ran into Lucas.
Yes.
Yeah, made it 3-0, then ran into Lucas. And proceeded to get thumped.
Well, if you're gonna get thumped, he got thumped by quality. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
He don't have to hold his head low on that one. No.
No. All right. Let that sit for a minute while I build the other guy. Yeah. Nobody can control Chopper 4. Yeah. Actually, I won't even have to put any shit on the base. That's cool. Yeah, these guys are going to be way bigger. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So one more of these happy little fuckers. Oh, the tournament this Sunday. You
That
meant,
one
Josh.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. This Sunday. Yeah, we didn't end up streaming it. It was small.
Yeah, just a little league tournament. I just couldn't
Yeah.
make it because, well,
I played Casey round 1. Jacob didn't make it. And Jacob and Casey were the reason that I played my Chaos Knights. I was going to play Death Guard, but they both wanted to play against Chaos Knights. So I played Casey round 1, and then Casey had to take off. So I figured, okay, Marty and Rick both won their round 1 game, so I was just like, okay, I'll just sit, and then Justin and Nathan could play game 2 because they both lost to Marty and Rick, and then I just play the winner of Marty and Rick, and Marty ended up beating Rick, and so I played Marty, and turns out Marty's Chaos Space Marine list just cannot play into Chaos Knights.
bad matchup.
Yeah, it was not a good matchup. His main problem was all of his objective holders. Just like Marty went first, and then like, cool, all the indirect just ate up his shit, and and that indirect it'll tear up a 5-man unit of Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah.
10d6 wounding on 3, hitting on 3s, most of it, wounding on 3s. And since you can't go down to a 2-up save, you're still stuck at a 3-up save. Eventually, it's gonna fucking just will take time and just burn through it. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And like the what are they called? Cultists. Like, they just melt like flies to that shit. With cover, they have a 5-up save. It's like, ugh. And he's got a bunch of the shooty Forge Fiends in there, which can scare the shit out of a baby knight, but the tables are so dense that, like, cool. If we just want to play this, I just won't come out. And just let all my blues and everything handle the game for me.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he ended up getting 4 or 5 knights off the table, but, like...
Okay, you still,
Yeah. I still scored 100. Like, I don't care. And I'm definitely not one of those that's like, oh no, I'm gonna play this game. Like, I'm gonna come get you, even though it's a really bad idea. Where did that piece go?
Well, for years and years and years, that's just how you played. If you couldn't hide, you were just, there wasn't really no scoring. You just come out and get it. So any of us from old school, you're like hiding. That took me a lot to get my rein around. Like, no, I'm going to sandbag and possum this round.
Yeah, well, I started doing that, with my orcs. With my orcs from a scoring perspective, like early on in 8th.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's the first time you guys all saw that, where it's like, why would I run forward? I don't gain anything. I want to be the counter to your attack.
Uh-huh. And was like, oh my God, really? So now you're thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's one of those, it's so easy to get stuck in this is how it's done.
Yeah. And especially with shit like orcs, the lore is orcs just run at you.
Orcs don't do no sneaky get shit.
They scream wah and run at you. That's what orcs do. Turns out that's not the best.
I mean, it has its moment.
Well, hopefully Chase approves my Blue Scribes kitbash. I mean, if he doesn't, I'll just punch him in the dick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the goal, is to get this army all ready.
Yeah, for that event.
Mm-hmm. I think I got the bikes. But basically, I just got to let them dry, paint the rims, and base them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playable. Get both these Manticores going, and after that, I'm going to start adding detail. I think I'm going to start painting some more tank art, or at least try. Freehand is not my specialty, but I want to get good at it, so I got to keep trying. Which is going to involve some failures, but...
Yeah, I got to decide if next week I want to start on that display board or not. I want to try to get that display board for the Chaos Knights done.
Yeah.
Because apparently the Aegis guys aren't signed up yet for chases. So we don't know if JT and Lee will be there. Which, once I have a display board, I'm in competition with them. But if they're not there, well, then that's a horse of a different color.
I don't know if I can compete with them. It's really down to the judge, whether my wow factor can beat, my brush skill.
Yeah. Well, they've got both. they're rocking both wow factor and...
Well, yeah, but it comes down to judge. I'm rocking pretty good wow factor also.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So then it's down to judge's personal choice, and I have to work that angle.
All right, well, this kit bash went way fucking faster than I thought it would.
The good ones always do.
There we go. So, Lee, if you want to switch, yeah. Yep, there we go. So there is going to be my Blue Scribes. There's 3 Blue Scribes instead of 2, and they're pink horrors, not blue, but they'll get painted blue. And then I think I'm going to do some, maybe right here I'll do that book sticking up out of a rock, maybe. And then I will do some rocks on here to get some books, and actually I'll just put this on the bottom down here, sticking up out of a rock. Maybe. Maybe I trim that down to the point that the hand looks like it's coming out of the spike. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Clippy, clippy. No more clippy. Oh, yes. There we go. Maybe a little more clippy. Oh, yes. That will be good. But I'll have to sit here and hold it for a while. Well, Kim, I saw the way Chase deployed. The game was over top of 1. I mean, I wasn't even close to wrong. Kim played Chase at the tournament 2 weeks ago, and Chase immediately brought all his tanks out of cover against Chaos Knights.
Ooh.
Yep.
Gotta be careful that you gotta trade correctly.
Yeah, put them within charge distance of his carnivores, and Kim had a rampager.
I hate to say this, but Lehman Russes versus Chaos Knights, when you move your tanks out, each of your tanks needs to basically average, you need to kill a Chaos Knight when you come out to have a chance of surviving the counterattack.
Yep. Yeah, he killed, I think he killed one of Kim's knights.
That's not enough.
No.
Was he running Dorns or all Russes?
All Russes.
Okay. I'm still on the fence over Dorns. I don't know. There's guys who scream at me that you don't understand how hard they are to kill, but it's like, when I ran Dorns, they didn't seem that hard to kill. It might be my competition too, though.
Right. Oh, yeah. That turned out fucking awesome. That book coming out of that spike, once it's painted, you won't even notice it. You'll just think it's a hand coming out of that spike with the book. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fucking a doggy. All right. Now let's see what other books and things we can put on here to make it very scribey-like. That would look cool, Elijah. All right. Well, that book looks like it will fit perfectly. It's almost like those spikes are holding books. So, yeah. Yeah. We'll glue that down. Well, this kit bash is going way fucking easier than at first thought. How did I put the glue up too high? Put the glue up too high. Shit. That's where I need the glue. Oh, now I got glue on my fingers. That never ends well. Stop it. Come off there. That's stuck to my fucking fingers.
Oh, the joys of super glue.
Why are you now being awful? There we go. Well, good thing I have another one of these books. Need to let the super glue on my fingers dry for a minute. Yeah, thermal lances are either all in or all out. What's up with the sound? Anything? Yeah, all the bars look good from our end. All right. Yeah, come on there. Yay, super glue, taking my skin with it. Headset took the audio. Yeah, thought we were good on sound. Hate it when super glue gets stuck on your fingies. Let me find another. There's another one of those books. There we go. Yeah. Could be cleaning of the 3D printed parts too. Because if there's any residual shit on there, like there could be alcohol. You need to 3D printed parts. After they've gone through their alcohol bath, you really need to run them under soapy water a couple times and let them completely dry. That reminds me, I got a bunch of repair I got to do on my Knights. Banners are broken off. Heads have fallen off. Got a little bit of paint I got to do on them. Where's your contact point? It is all down around there. Okay. Now we're not going to get this on my fingers this time. Right. Right. There we go. Oh my God, it's sticking to my fucking finger again. You gotta be shitting me. There we go. Holy shit, how are you finding super glue portions onto my fingers? Like, how? Holy shit. Actually, I need a little bit in that corner too. There we go. I don't see how so perfect of a spot can seem to start. Wow. All these spiky bits. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. Finally. Fuck. What's up, Chase? Us and Kim were just talking about your game that you had lost on the bottom one that you were all upset about. Get a hold of Chase. You could get a hold of Donald Plummer too. He has several tables that I'm sure he would like to bring because he gets to show them off. And he does a really good job on tables as well. Hey Chase, do you approve my blue Scribes conversion, TO?
Tell him no, Chase. Tell him no.
Oh, Donald's not signed up either, huh? Well, shit. Maybe they all got smart and stopped wanting to go to your events, Chase. I mean, Chase, if you want to get Donald signed up, and ask him about his tables, and then you could open up more. There we go. All right. One more little thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think some scrolls too. There we go. Where are you making contact at? Right. So, okay, along the back, along that side. Well, this is definitely the easiest kit bash I've ever fucking done. Yeah. Like, this almost feels like cheating. But definitely right size base. Couldn't be considered anything besides the blue Scribes. Oh, Kipper's Melee. Yeah. That's pretty impressive, Chase, that you got over 60 on a tournament where there's another major in the Pacific Northwest. It's pretty good.
Where's the other major at?
Vancouver Island,
Oh.
BC. Rackhearth Flesh, no. What you could do, let me look at Rackhearth Flesh real quick. I think Rackhearth Flesh is on. No, but yeah, it's got that pinkish color to it. So here's Rackhearth Flesh. Here's the color he's talking about. It's kind of bony with a little bit of pink to it. What I do is try to get a good base coat on your airbrush and then go from there. If you don't want to base directly onto it, is so this fuckers need to be shaken up, but here is Stynylrez Neutral Primer. If you haven't used Stynylrez primers before through an airbrush, they're fucking amazing. So yeah, God, these need to be shaken up bad. I haven't shaken these up in so long. But there's what you're looking at on the difference, which not great, right? You know, but you go through, you lay a base coat of this on, and then you put your Rackhearth Flesh on. Is probably what I would do. Stynylrez, you'd come grab one of these if you needed it. I got a big bottle here and a big bottle here. A lot of my Death Guard is just painted. This is the base color that I turned into the bone. A lot of my early Death Guard, I really like it. Through the use of, actually, you know what? If you ran this and then ran some, not Gilliman Flesh for contrast, but Reichland Flesh shade through it, you might get pretty close to that color. Might add that little pinkish to it. I'd try it. Yeah, but every one I found is great on the Stynal Res, and it goes on so fucking thin through an airbrush. It looks like you've put too much Stynal Res on it. Like the model looks like you've oversprayed it, and then it just wicks away. So yeah, these all need to be shaken up really fucking good. Like you can, I don't know if you can see it, but it's separated so bad. I got to put some balls in there and really hammer it. Got to give it the balls. But yeah, if I decide not to do the display board this week, which I might not. By the way, these new pink horrors, like the old pink horror kit was pretty good. Like, so there's the old pink horror kit. You know, kind of static, it was a good kit though. It looked cool. Like that versus those are the new pink horrors. Like so much more detail, so much better looking. And they'll look really good painted up as blues too, I think. The blues are just too small. Like here's a blue. I was going to pull these guys off their thing and then use them, but I think I'd just rather it was beefier and looked cooler. So. Yeah, Chase, you got a good tournament scene finally going out there. It's good to see. Now, let's see. I don't really need to put any flames on this thing coming out because the Ariman disc has enough flames, and there's not a lot of room on that base either. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this kit bash might be finished. I mean, I could put some more scrolls on it, but that'll just take away from the pattern on the disc.
Yeah, at some point, knowing when to stop. That's a problem with a lot of people's kit bashes is when to stop. I mean, I run into that problem too. I'm not.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of knights sitting over here that somebody didn't know when to stop on.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, is Tyler signed up? So you've got Lucas Trimble. Is that one guy back? The guy who won your last one? Tyler Bortel. Now, I'll look at the roster here. Hold on. Let me go look at your roster, Chase. Let's check out your shitty little roster. Your pathetic little 62-man tournament. Best Coast pairings. I can just go here. By the way, how is... Okay, good. Squigmus is up to 6 already. Good. Solanashmus is up to 37. Good, we're growing. Got to start pimping that coming up. Yep. It's done, Casey. It's the easiest fucking kit bash I've ever done. Because I already had the Arimon on disc, because Marty needed an Arimon on foot, and I'd already had it, so bunk. And then those are just pink horrors, and then a bunch of books, like, yeah. So, let's see here. What's it called? Rise of Kings, Turkey Wars, Pecking Order 2019 or some shit? Oh, no, not my managed events. No, this is a shitty event. I got to go to here. There we go. Find an event. Event name. I think it's Turkey Wars. I don't know because Chase has so much weird shit and stuff. There we go. The Pecking Orders, Turkey Wars, Rise of Kings, GT. You're no Shakespeare, Chase. Brevity is the soul of wit. So let's see. Pina's a real good player. Deep Strike Gang's there. All of them are pretty good. McDevitt will be there. Danny's pretty decent. Jacob Hess is going. Cool. Yeah, James Lee, Deep Strike Gang. Yeah. That Jason Byrd guy's pretty good. Josh Lawden-Gloss, that guy sucks.
Begwell's not trusted.
Begwell's not bad, and he's much better attitude-wise. That guy made such a turnaround. Went from a guy nobody would know he was horrible. He handled some shit in his personal life, and now he's just a joy to play. Every single person who's played him has enjoyed the game. I haven't heard one bad comment about him since. Josh Lawden-Gloss, JT's pretty good, depending on what he's playing. Kevy's a loser. Linton Rowan, Lucas. Lucas is great. Lucas won the tournament here. Oh, Max is going to be there. Max is pretty good. That's one you got to watch out for.
No, he's a wild horse because on a good day, he could beat anybody.
Asian type of baby. When Asian type of baby decides to bring out a fucking list, he'll fucking thump some people.
He's fun to play with, too. Every game I've ever played.
Oh, Mitch Hunter's coming.
Really enjoy it.
I don't know what Mitch is playing. Can I click on him and see? No. Yeah, so that's cool. Mitchell Hunter's going to be there. Lee might be able to get your laser pointer back. Nick Johnson's there. He's really quality. He lost to Lucas. He's fucking knocked me out of 2 fucking tournaments, the dickhead. But he's an awesome guy. I like Nick. And he's a really good player. Ryan Lynn can win any tournament he goes to. It all depends on his draws and what his army's playing. Trimble's really fucking good. Yeah, no Tyler Bortel, so that helps. Yeah, and there's a lot of names I don't know on here that I've never seen at anything before. So, there could be a couple in there that I just don't know their name that are super quality players, but we'll see. Good room, though. Good room. I don't see a shitbird in the house. Chris Dinsmore name sounds familiar.
Dismore?
Chris Dinsmore. That name sounds familiar, so maybe he's
he's played with us before.
Yep.
I'm trying to, he was all right.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, 62, good job. But yeah, Chase, if you want to add more, we just need a way to transport OSB. That's it. And a little more setup time, and that's basically all we need. So Chase has got 62 in his tournament right now, Lee. And we can add more by grabbing OSB and then putting 2 tables together. So that way you're not using 3 to set up a table, you're only using 2. Lee has a pondering look on his face. So, yeah. Well, that was crazy fast on that kitbash. So, expected that to last much longer. Much, much longer. And yes, Kebby will yell at his opponents. Well, when he has bad opponents, you can't fault Kebby for having to play you 2 tournaments in a row. You will infuriate anyone and make them yell at you. Could you imagine if Chase got good at this game, Josh? Like, and then
I don't have that level of imagination.
But if Chase got super good, like super good at this game, like Chase could literally be an internet villain.
Fuck.
Chase would have that ability to get under people's skin and just be just an internet fucking villain. Internet villain of 40K. Which, to be quite honest, 40K could use. Because let's face it, the games are pretty boring to watch. Like, if you're not super into 40K, like, it's not really that exciting. You need storylines. Right now, the only storylines we get out of tournaments are, oh, this guy cheated. which is like, fuck, nobody wants to fucking see that.
Actually, I still think that's wrong. I think that a stream game between two of the biggest cheats you could possibly find, and then don't interfere. Just get out of the way and let them go. Film it all, and then commentary where they can't tear.
Yeah.
That could be gold.
Yep. Let me see if I can find this picture.
Have a separate score sheet based on who cheated the most successful cheater.
Yeah. We tried some different tact. Warhammer loaded dice. Oh, apparently you can buy. I typed in Warhammer loaded dice.
Oh yeah, you can buy loaded dice.
And apparently there's a lot of loaded dice. I'm trying to see if I can find that picture from that tournament on stream. Maybe I'll type in on stream. Warhammer loaded dice stream. Yeah, there's the dice that got flushed down the toilet. So, I guess technically these weren't loaded dice. Warhammer extra 5s and 6s. I'm not seeing it. I think it might have been on the Comp 40K group. Popped up on my Facebook. But I might have to go through here for a while. Apparently it was not a 40K tournament, though, from my understanding. It was a Age of Sigmar tournament.
What happened? Oh, loaded dice.
So, but the worst loaded dice ever. They just had extra 5s and 6s. Mm-hmm. Like right next to each other on the dice. And, yeah.
Oh, they were just like not even well done loaded dice.
On fucking stream.
Oh, dear God.
Yes, I think a little bit of more of a narrative about the players would be a little better. Like, it was best when like Nadavati was playing because people were rooting for Nadavati because he had a personality.
Well, it's like boxing, you know.
Right, it's like boxing. John Lennon's really, 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 really a good player and a really nice guy, and he's really good on stream. But he's not the personality that like Nadavati is. And that's why when the one guy who went on, who decided to go on a podcast drunk from Art of War and said some shit that was semi out of line. Yeah. It was semi out of line, and then they booted him off. But we also don't know if there was, backstory where he, been on, done this before, and they said, "Hey, what the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing? Don't fucking go on stream drunk and say fucking shit that you shouldn't say. You're representing Art of War. Don't do that shit." But he went on a stream drunk, and they were going over leaks, which didn't help, and he said some fairly problematic shit. It was pretty tame. It's tamer than the shit I say every day. But they tossed him off, but he was one of the best personalities they had on there next to Nadavati. And so it's like, nah. Like, yeah. Which we could use a little more personality driven, I think, would be quite helpful.
Yeah, if I were really pushing it, show off, be who you are.
Yeah. Be a little bit exaggerated version, get some storylines going where maybe two guys don't like each other, not for cheating reasons. Some of the best ratings they've gotten were when Nadavati was playing known cheaters, after the guy had really screwed over his previous opponent and Nadavati got to fucking rail him on stream. That was some of the best content that, was out there. Yeah. And, for 40K, the game itself had some of the highest ratings I think any 40K game has had. And it was like cool and
Yeah,
good
if you could add some
shit happened.
controversy, I mean, I don't know.
But if that controversy, it's important that it's separated from cheating or soft cheating. You know what I mean? Controversy needs to be because
The two guys just got beef. They just don't like each other.
or have beef, but or have personality. You know,
they just clash. Like, they'll hug afterwards, but, like, when they play.
Guys that are slightly edgy, not like edgelord, but just a little bit of edge to them. Not, yeah. You kind of need the heel. Bat wraps tend to be boring. Even tournaments tend to be boring, especially until you get up to like the finals and stuff. And even then, a lot of the problem is once you know 40K and you know what you're looking at,
Yeah, it's settled half the time.
it's settled like after the first round or two, and now we're sitting here for fucking 3 hours, like just dragging this shit on. So yeah, I do think that team tournaments will be a much more interesting streamed event, but you need cameras on all the tables. Because you need cameras on all the tables. And honestly, to do it right, I think the way you would need to do it is you have 5 sets of announcers if it's a 5-man team tournament, 3 sets of announcers if it's a 3-man team tournament, 8 sets of announcers if it's an 8-man tournament. And then they're covering it, and you have one overarching announcer. And, this is way over the top for what you could do. But if you were setting up a big, giant stream or a team tournament and resources weren't an issue, or you had, like, I know Trevi's starting to go around from Tactical Tortoise. He's starting to go around doing stream events. You've got War Games Live. You've got all of these different people starting to go around doing events, streaming them. And then, you get a couple more, and then you could have an overarching, like NFL Red Zone's the best way to put it. Where you
Start talking about matchups between guys we want to see. You sell them as personalities, doing what they are.
But more so, you're bouncing from game to game during a team tournament, while there's still an overarching narrative of that 3-hour block.
Well, yeah, you're showing highlights at that point.
You're showing, but not only highlights, but you're like, oh, okay, so this game's pretty much decided. We'll come back to it if something goes on, back to the studio, and then they kick it over to the next game in the list. But there's still the overarching thing of that block of what unit's gonna or what team's gonna win, especially when you start getting good teams, and it's like, okay, so you've got 2 blowout games over there. Cool, we don't need to focus on those, but we have 3 games here, and you can bounce back to the blowouts at the end to see, okay, how close did they get? Did he shave off a couple points off of that score to get it down to a major victory instead of a ultimate victory or whatever? And then you just, did he knock it down to a minor victory? And then all of a sudden everything starts to become clearer, and then there's stakes involved in 5 to 8 different games going on that all are on the same deal. I think that's probably gonna be the best way to make it watchable.
Yeah. Well, because you're at that point, if there's a 3 games going, you have 3 games worth of potential something happening, as opposed to, well, it's more of the same shit.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. So, that's something I need to look up, though. Is when does the New World thing come out?
Okay, hold on.
New World.
Can you read that?
Well, hold on. Without my glasses, I can't read shit, so. It says Mother Love. Yes, that's actually a really good freehand, Josh. That is fucking pretty fucking outstanding. Did you hold it up to the camera?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, there you go. I like it, Josh. I likes it a lot.
Just some little details on add some more stuff to these tanks,
Yeah.
Little bits of color and stuff going on. I'll keep playing.
I think I would rather seen the kill markers a little smaller.
Oh, that was like XXX. Just.
Oh, you were making a triple X situation?
Yes.
Nice.
I'll just making, I'll make kill markers and other things. There's still a lot more tank to play with.
These tanks are starting to look pretty good, Josh.
You know, as I add more to them.
Yeah.
I need to print off a bunch of beer kegs.
Yep.
And other stuff.
To make them look dwarfy.
Yeah. Well, it's also a good theme to keep.
Oh, this hat. This is the Fallon Hornets. They're a youth they're a youth baseball team in Fallon, Nevada. My nephew's on them, and my brother coaches them. So, yeah.
I'm going to take a moment to stretch my legs if I'm already up.
Yeah. Stretch your legs. I'll rant on something. Oh, I was looking up New World.
Yeah, New World stuff.
Expansion release date. I mean, it's coming up here. Fuck, it's tomorrow. No, it's fucking today. Well, shit. Okay.
All my New World stuff.
Rise of the Angry Earth. Yeah, I need to download that when I get home tonight. What time does the New World expansion release? It released at 9 a.m. today. Shit, I need to get that going. So what I think I'll do, because the reason I'm going to get this going, guys, New World, is because Alicia leaves here in like 3 weeks. So I am going to be completely stuck at home, essentially. I have 3 very, very, very psychotic puppies that do not deal well with separation. Like, if you walk in the other room, they start screaming. So, yeah. So I will be mostly at home. I'm still going to come in for the Tuesday stream and the Wednesday stream and Thursday stream. But I will be here for those. But that is like the only time I'm going to be leaving the house, and I'll be bringing the puppies with us. So we'll set up a puppy cam, and I'll set up some kind of puppy jail or put them on leashes, and then we'll get pictures of the puppies. But yeah, I will be at home, and only when they get to come on adventures do they get to come on adventures. So I'll be streaming New World from home because I think I'll just go hard in the paint on that again for a month. You know, because it's an MMO and, you know, just to be able to bullshit with all you guys. And I'm undecided if I'm even going to put it on YouTube. What do you think, Lee? Just don't even put it on YouTube. Just stream it on Twitch, right?
What?
All right, New World.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Maybe I'll start trying it on YouTube to start with. Just triple streaming. Even though it's against Twitch's terms of service to do it all, but like I don't fucking care. And everybody's like, they haven't banned anybody for it, for multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch. Not one person has gotten banned for it. So, yeah, might as well. Stan, it won't make that much of a difference. And besides, yeah, maybe I will just Twitch it. Yeah, that would actually make sense. To just Twitch it. I won't have to set anything else up but a Twitch stream from my house. Just a clean OBS Twitch stream. So, yeah. So, actually, when I get back tonight, I will probably start setting that up. I was already getting ready to change my Riri room all around. Anyway, I want to get my computer in a different location and all that. So, probably going to pick a camera, steal it tonight, and take the green screen back with me. But, yeah. And I'm going to take my good headset from here and then swap my headsets out. Because I got a Turtle Beach that sounds pretty good. So, I don't think I'll have a problem with mic quality. You think I'll have a problem with mic quality with this Turtle Beach? I don't think so. It's a good fucking headset. So, yeah. And then I'll just do that during that.
You don't want to do something like this anyway.
What's that?
You don't want to do this anyway.
No, not in that situation. I don't think so. So, yeah. And lighting won't be as important because I'm just going to be doing a green screen with just me sitting in front of the green screen. And I'll disappear essentially into the background, with just me floating over in a corner. So. Oh, yes, that's right. Send pics for slideshow, people. WarbirdBattleLabs@gmail.com. We'll do the slideshow before we're out today. And then we'll do the slideshow. And then, yeah. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment on YouTube, because that will help. It helps the algorithm gods. You know, we're starting to. What are we up to subscribers now, Lee?
142.
142. We got to get that subscriber number up higher. We'll catch. Like, we have all the hours we need. We have the likes we need. All that. I'm not hungry. Lee, are you hungry? He probably has extra food getting off work. Yeah. Yeah, sub count's been climbing. It's been doing pretty good on Twitch as well. Yeah. Just like to see it a little bit quicker. That's it. Just want to see it a little bit faster. But, yeah. But, yeah, I'll just twitchy it up from my house while Alicia's gone and come in and do these. So, what I'm thinking, Lee, is I'm thinking about stealing that camera right there. Yeah, that one or the one on the wall. Or I guess I could take one of these and then just bring it back every time too. No, take that one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, I know it's a slow climb. I figured we would have hit the ramp up by now, but oh well. Well, yeah, because we've been doing it, I mean, shit, less than a year. Usually the ramp up starts taking, yeah. Josh is back. Yeah. So yeah, I will have to take care of this New World shit when I get home. Yeah.
So what are they adding to the game? I know they got mounts now. I haven't played with them yet, but I know they do.
Oh, here, we'll go over it. New World announcement. All right.
So I got all that loaded up. I just haven't played it in a while.
Oh, that's kind of cool. They chopped off. $10 if you didn't have New World.
Okay.
And wanted to get New World and the expansion, because it was $39.99 when it came out, and then. Am I wrong? Oh no, never mind. They didn't. I was gonna give them credit. Nope, no credit. It's still the same price, $69.99 if you don't have it. New story. You can summon mounts for faster travel. They changed a shit ton of progression. So the crafting progression, artifact progression, new gear rarity artifacts, but added in flail weapon.
Okay.
That's on top of. There's a couple other, like they added in a great sword, I know, but like flail can be used with a shield or without a shield, so kind of two different ways. New zone transformed. New expeditions, so new raids and dungeons. Heart rune abilities, I don't know what they are. Season 3 content. Season journey, activity cards, influence races, influence towers, so that's a new PvP thing. New main storyline, quest revamp, Elden Grove and Great Cleave. Yeah. They took out all that the ward, bane, and resilience and expertise is gone now. So all that fucking terrible shit is gone.
Yeah.
Some new seasonal events and some old ones, like that giant turkey's back. Night Vale Hollow, which is the Halloween one. Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be back.
I might try that out. Unfortunately, right now is actually like there's a lot of good games out for the PC world. A lot of I find I sit home to the computer on what am I going to play right now?
Yeah.
I got options,
There's a lot of good games out
what do I feel like,
No, that's what I haven't talked about. Cyberpunk is really fucking good, dude.
Yeah, they fixed a lot. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah. It's really, really good. Yeah. So anyway, that's the kit bash that took me an hour. I thought it was going to take me much longer. Went away from the original kit bash, but there's
Well,
blue
when
scribes.
it flows, though. You know what I mean?
What's up?
When it flows, it flows. I know. It's
Yeah.
in an hour. I'm like, I did a little bit of handwork, and I got all these bases done. I finished washing. It's just kind of like all coming together.
Yeah. So if I decide to not work on the, if I decide to not do the display board this week, I'll paint this on stream next Wednesday. If I do decide to do the display board, that's probably what we'll be working on. Is display board. There you go. Rim the bases, make them good.
Yep. We'll get it all ready to dry so that later this week I can base them all.
Oh yeah, Josh does the opposite of me. Josh paints the rims and then hits them with the flock. I always hit them with the flock, then do the rims afterwards.
I mean, it's just
Your way
everyone has their system.
Your way probably is better.
Man, I know people that they paint their base before they do the miniature.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't get it either, but I
that.
mean, it's your hobby, I guess, and if it's successful for you,
Yeah.
you know.
That one's weird to me.
But I have a hard time with that because it's like, no, man, I like the base being clear because then I can be sloppy with my figure because it doesn't matter because I'm going to base it anyways, right?
Right. And I like doing the bases like the last thing you do on the miniature, and then it's like, oh, it's done.
Yeah, it's that completeness comes
Yeah.
out, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never understand that one. That one's weird to me.
Even just what I'm doing, you know, even before I get the basing done, just getting everything the same color and getting all kind of that completed feel look. I mean, these guys, I'm hoping, are going to look really good on the table.
Oh, yeah, they're going to look great. They're going to look great. I actually think they're really useful in that list, too.
I do. I really like my cavalry. I really like how they play. I think that it throws a lot of people who aren't in my meta.
Yeah.
I think it's going to throw them off.
Oh, yeah, the first time you play somebody with those and they don't understand, oh, they can come back, oh, those things can...
If I'm not already playing a really good player,
Yeah, they can anti-tank, like...
yeah, I'm going to have some shock value, I'm sure, against,
Yeah.
you know, all my...
Yeah, the first time somebody sees that many of them, and the scout deploy, and the coming back, and the coming off the edges, it's going to fucking eat them. It will definitely fucking eat them up.
Well, most people have this idea, you know, when they see, you know, what they think the bikes are for.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 units of Rough Riders. See, the thing is, if you're overwhelming, so they're pretty goddamn cheap. I actually... How much are the ones that just have the scout move?
Okay, the scout moves, both units are 70 points for 5. To get the
And how many points is the scout sniper unit? That's the rattling sniper unit?
Rattlings are 60 points, but I can't bring them back.
I think probably the rattlings. They can hide easier too.
I was actually considering, right?
Yeah.
This is a thought, and I might play with this list idea. I drop the assassin.
No. Your ideas. I hate your idea already.
Well, okay. Well, I find some points, a few points somewhere.
Okay. In fact, I would, if I were you, Josh, and if I was an Imperium player, I would just flat out just start every list with one Calidus assassin. And the other thing I would put in that list, because they went down in points. They were amazing. And they went down in points. And the other thing that I am sold on, I haven't got a chance to play with it very much, is a goddamn Vindicari assassin. People are like, yeah, the Eversaw is better. I agree. The stat line on the Eversaw is better than the stat line on the Vindicari.
Well, it's what you're doing with it, though.
There's the difference.
It's what you're doing with it. I don't need the Eversaw assassin in this list. I have so many other ways of killing the same targets.
Because they have infiltrate, right?
The what?
The assassins all have infiltrate.
Yes.
They
the
all
Vindicare-
have deep strike. So if you're on table quarters or anything of the like, that assassin just goes in a corner and sits there. So yes, the Vindicar or the Eversaw is better if we're going to decide to actually play and have combat, but his job isn't to play and have combat. His job is to be standing in a corner of a fucking table.
Well, the Vindicare on the counter argument, standing in that corner of the table, the Vindicare assassin with the sniper rifle
Can actually
do something.
Right. If he's actively not, you don't ever want to send the Eversaw
away to go do things because then you're just negating the point of him. Whereas the Vindicar can just sit in a corner and maybe you get some pop shots off. Maybe you roll a 6. Maybe the motherfucker does 9 mortal wounds.
Yeah, they can. And it's the threat of that is just as important as what he's actually doing it. Because the good players will move around knowing that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put him out there like just, you know.
That's the difference, though, Chase. That 55-point deep strike is far worse than a 75-point infiltrate model. Because, one, that infiltrate model starts on the board. So if you draw any of the ones that you need to hit, the reason those infiltrate models are so good, if you draw cleanse round 1, if you draw the corner one round 1, and he also is lone operative and stealth, which means you can't shoot the motherfucker. You have to go within 12 inches to shoot him. If he's sitting over there in a corner, why are you going to waste going over there and getting him? Yes, he can give up assassinate. That's the downside. But I think every Imperium list should start with 2 assassins. They're just too good. Because he doesn't do anything that you want him to do that a different 5-man unit doesn't. And when you're dealing with 15 points to get all of that utility, fuck, I'm taking it every day.
Yeah, but with guard, though, I got so many other cheaper ways of doing that same thing, though.
Only cheaper.
I could put a fucking 60-point unit of motors in that corner and do the same thing.
No, you can't. Because they don't have infiltrate. So they can't.
Oh, you meant in your opponent's corners.
Yeah, well, or no man's land. On any, there's a bunch of different maps that the corners are wide open.
Yeah, there's some that are and some that aren't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought about that.
But the cheaper options aren't as good. One guy, he can get in, and if you decide not to put him out and infiltrate, that tiny little base gets in a lot of places.
Yeah, that's the argument for the Eversor is screen his ass out.
Right, but you can do that with the Vindicar too. If that's the choice you use to make, if that's what you choose to use him to do, you can do that too. Right, Chase, you're only saving like 15 fucking points on the Everstar. I think he's 60, or is he 65 or 75? I think he might only be 65 points.
No, I think he's 75.
I will double check.
Almost guaranteed 75.
Warhammer Community downloads. Warhammer 40K. Munitorum Field Manual. Mechanicus, Titanicus, Eldare. Agents of the Imperium. Bum, 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 bum. Imperium.
75 points?
Hold on. Find it. 80.
He's 80. Okay, I was wrong.
I've still taken him. And the Calidus is too useful. There's still some armies out there that it's a battle tactic, like their stratagems, so you just take it. Yeah.
I need to sit there and look over that because I can fit that back in.
I would absolutely, without question, change things up in my list. I would even drop another knight. But I could drop 2 packs of Nurglings. I would even go down even further on Nurglings if I could have those things. They're just amazing.
Problem is, on my list, I don't really want to drop any of my bikers because I kind of need the numbers to make them effective. And I don't want to drop any of the
I don't think you take the Rough Riders. I don't think you take the Scout Move ones. Or
the 4 deployers.
I don't think you take any of the 4 deployers. They don't have the lance tips.
Yeah, I mean they still got.
Right. The other ones can handle everything. And yeah. I just don't think Echo 3D said those guys are looking really good, Josh.
Nice.
I don't think the Krieg ones are worth it.
See, I was considering going down to 1 unit of them.
I think
with the points, because if I drop to 1 unit of 5 in a leader, the other unit of 5 and the leader I pull up means I can replace it with 2 units of Ratlings.
What does the leader give you?
The leader is what needs to make them infiltrate.
Oh, so you're having to pay even more points to make them infiltrate.
Yes.
I would just...
Now, but the thing they have with them going, though...
And the other guys just have a scout move, right? But they have a 9-inch scout?
Who?
The non-Krieg ones.
No, no one. They don't have a scout move. They're standard, but they're a 12-inch move, and I can move them, give them 18 inches a move.
And then charge?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Josh, I think you just.
I like the Krieg ones though, because if I go turn 1, man, they're such a threat. But if I do it that way, I'm only investing 120 points in having that potential turn 1 threat.
But they're a threat to what? They're not a threat to anything valuable.
Well, yeah.
Whereas the other ones are a threat to everything.
Yes.
They're a threat to chaff. They're a threat to elite shit because of the lance and the multi damage. The other ones, I would run 3 squads of the. I would be running 3 squads of the non-death core ones.
Yes. Well, that's the next mission after I get this list painted up, is to start building more bikes.
Yeah, I think my ideal list from seeing you play them and everything would be 2 packs of Ratlings, 2 assassins, 3 packs of those bikes, and then go from there on everything else.
And honestly, right now, the way the list is working, if I want to score points off anywhere, I'm half tempted to pull a Manicore.
Yeah, Chase, I agree. The normal Rough Riders are just better. They're just better. They do the Krieg ones, like it just comes down to what do they kill. They don't kill anything well.
Well, I mean, you get them into like any regular infantry, they do the job. They have lots of attacks, but they don't finish vehicles off.
Right, they don't finish vehicles off. They don't finish off any kind of elite infantry. They can't, like, you're losing the points trade into trash. Like, all the trash in my list, maybe they can kill the trash. Maybe. They'd have to get extremely lucky, and I'd have to roll real bad.
Oh, they do all right against your trash.
Against Blue Horse?
Against Blue Horse, I went in and killed most of a unit of Blue Horse on a charge with them.
That's just as bad as not killing a single one.
Right.
And Nurglings, they got to get fucking 12 wounds. They got to get 12 wounds through.
Yeah.
Into a pack of Nurglings in order to kill it. Like,
if I have orders, I can do it. I've done it, but
I mean, you can kill a 10-man of like cultists.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Right. I mean, but you're still trading down. Do they even kill a 10-pack of Poxwalkers? I don't think they do.
It matters. With orders, they're hitting on 2s. I have 5 attacks apiece. There's 25 attacks.
They're strength 4.
Strength 4 with lance.
Yeah, they don't kill the Poxwalkers.
What's the Poxwalker's toughness?
4.
4, so they're wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s, and then there's a 5-up feel no pain. They probably don't get a unit of Poxwalkers.
Hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, 5 feel no pain with 25 attacks.
It probably doesn't get it. So you're looking, okay, so 25, let's just say it's 24 attacks, because the extra dice makes it worse. So 24 attacks, you're going to have 4 misses. Then wounding on 3s, you're going to have, so that would take you to 20. Then you're going to have 4 or 5 more misses that don't get through on that. So now you're looking at 16 on a 5-up save. Math says you don't kill them. I mean, it's right there, but, like, they're fucking 50 points. Yeah. I mean, they will clean up a thing of cultists or a thing of guardsmen, I think.
Yeah, and that's without the hero. That's just the 5-pack.
Right, but...
The hero's not that much more effective, though.
He's not that much more
Before
effective.
I go any further, he's just basically like 7 more of the same attacks.
And he's just more points, too. So now there's more points sunk into that unit. Yeah, I mean, because your ones that don't have infiltrate can get to every objective on the board, except for their back one. That you weren't going to be able to take anyway unless they did something fucking real stupid. And then if they did something real fucking stupid, you're right, the ones that are non-infiltrate can get there anyway. If they left you like a single character wide open to charge through to get to, like they can do that. So, yeah. Yeah, I just think the Kriegers probably aren't quite there.
See, I'm thinking about only using 1 unit because I said there's other hard to math out things. Like,
Yeah.
I've gotten the whole capture the opponent's
Outpost, yeah.
Yeah, turn 1 with them before.
Right. But
It's
they'd
possible.
have to do
They have some weird play options the way they move around.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking maybe 1 unit.
But
not
actually,
2
capture
units of
enemy
them.
outpost, we have actually been fucking up. It's supposed to get tossed. Turn 1, you can't do it. You can't draw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Capture enemy outpost and defend stronghold, I think, are the other 2. Or is the other one?
See, also, there's also a hard time dropping them because I just went through the effort of painting 12.
I know. Hey, you're telling me, do you know how many models I have out there that I got done for one fucking tournament?
Do we want to talk about that?
And then got fucking nerfed?
You've seen my Space
And
Marine
look
army,
gorgeous?
right?
I mean, you've seen my big Nurgle Knight, right, everybody?
Yeah.
Here, I'll go grab him. I'll go grab the boy that got to play in one fucking tournament.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, even if I decide they're out of my tournament list, the Death Corps bikers will still be in a fun biker list. I'm going to eventually have a 60 biker list. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. It has to be done. I need 60 bikes.
This big, gorgeous beauty here has gotten to play in one fucking tournament. That's it. And he is beautiful. Oh. My babies. Oh, my baby. He was so much fun to paint, too. Dickius bubonicus bellicus, because he's got a bell hanging off his dick. Yeah. But alas, it was not to be. So I took him to one tournament, and he shit all over my own army. Yeah. So he went to...
He was not a team player.
No. Took him to one tournament. He went with my Death Guard. It was when these knights first came out. And he proceeded to explode 4 out of 5 games. He killed my warlord, who is the Fight Last Aura guy, 4 times with his explosion. I only purposely exploded him once. And on that one time, I was playing Alex McDougall. And Alex had brought everything, all his Tyranid, and this was when the Tyranid book was broken, so I was in trouble anyway, so I had to do some YOLO shit to try to win. He had his whole entire, everything that mattered in his army within like 7 inches of this dude. Kills him. I auto-explode him. My closest unit was 9 inches away. I rolled fucking boxcars. Proceeded to gut my whole army. All the important shit in his army was D6 damage. 1. I did 1 point to the fucking Malleus Scepter. I did 2 points to the fucking Flying High Tyrant. And it just completely gutted my army. Yeah. This guy did more wounds to my army over the course of a weekend than my opponents. Literally my opponents playing the game did to my Death Guard army.
Sure he's not Alpha Legion?
He might be Nurgle, Alpha Legion, Chaos Knight. But yeah. Yeah, he was fun to paint. I still do kind of want to do a full list of big knights. Because I have all the stuff. You know, I have a chassis for a big knight that's all Nurgled out. I do kind of want to paint him just to have, you know, just a big giant. Big giant 4 or 5 model army that just looks cool as shit. I think it would have been cool when I did him, and I don't know if I could go back and do it. I think it would fuck up all the paint and everything, but what I want to do on some big knights is, like, if there was LEDs inside of his mouth there,
Yeah,
some
that
green
would be
LEDs,
fucking cool.
and green LEDs in the eye holes of, like, coming out of his mouth there, if there's some green LED glow, and then coming out of those eye slots, if there was some green LED glow. Look cool. Yeah, maybe one down the barrel too, so it's just kind of glowing out. Oh yeah, necrotic flesh is green, isn't it? The army painter one. Army painter.
Necrotic Fresh, it's kind of got a greenish tinge, but barely.
I thought it had a lot of greenish tinge. Let me go grab it. You're talking the army painter one, right?
Necrotic Flesh, I have some right here. I know I do. I'm looking at it. Maybe. Skeleton bone. Necrotic Flesh right here.
Yeah, no. I used a shit ton of this. If you want to know what it comes out as, but you're just gonna, is this starting an army completely? Or trying to match it? Because this is super fucking green. But yeah, I might even have some bottles of this mixed up with airbrush thinner, because my green, if you want to see what it looks like on your nids, it comes in a primer can, which would help you a lot. But swing by, because you can get an effect closer to your Rakarth flesh if you use like a bone with then Gilliman flesh over the top of it. Will get you closer to your Rakarth flesh. Then this has just got too much green in it. You will be unhappy with this if you're trying to match stuff. Hey, Company Master 97. Here you go, Josh. Up top. Ah, here.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Weird, I've been running this weird sensation because my wife got me glasses, right? And she makes me wear them at home. But they changed it so, and it's the, so I'm not wearing them right now because I need to look in close, but good God, it causes my eyes to go in and out all nutty as I'm getting used to them.
Company, the hobbying goes well. I was doing a Blue Scribes kitbash, and it literally took me no time at all. Will you go to the overhead, Lee? So there is the Blue Scribes kitbash that Josh is working on his guys some more. Let me get it in frame. There we go. Yeah, it's an old Arimon disc with pink horrors on it that I'm going to paint blue. And then a bunch of little pieces. So, yeah, I'll probably paint that up next week if I'm not working on a display board. And then, oh, here's a closer view of this guy, Echo. Yeah. And then we were talking about models that get put on shelves after barely getting played. And yeah, there he is. Yep. There he is. And then he got put on a shelf. I really should finish. So, actually, if I just wanted to do a full big Chaos Knights army, let me go grab the Snake Boy. I don't know if everybody's seen him. Because we got a bunch of new people.
Skylar's second guessing his color choices.
Just go for it, hi, Skylar.
Oh, so you're rethinking the complete color choices? So here's the other big Chaos Knight I've got. He still needs some paint work done on him to brighten some things up and whatnot, but yeah, he's pretty cool. But yeah, so if I just need my problem is a lot of times when I go to tournaments, I'm actually trying to do well in the tournament. So like those two guys, and then if I had another couple, which I already have, let me show you these things. You guys probably think these are pretty cool. It might actually be out of my desk. Keep talking with people while I go and grab it, Josh. I think it is out of my desk.
He's like, keep talking, people, as I'm doing this. I'm holding my breath so my hand don't shake as I'm trying to write letters. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of thinking of vile stuff squats would say.
And then there's one other piece.
I misspelled it.
Was that word?
What?
So-
Me? It was supposed to be contempt, but I misspelled it. So I need to redo it.
Those are manicures, right?
Yes.
So
So I
here's
did
what
this one. Can you see this right here on?
Yeah, put your hand under it. So it focuses. There we go. Actually, you can't see it.
Turn it a little because it's glare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
You know, just some special messages on the missiles.
I have this carapace for a Castellan, but I think I'm not gonna put it on a Castellan. I think I'm gonna put it on the Castellan's body, but I think it's gonna be a melee knight because I've got cool Nurgly gauntlet, super cool Nurgly chainsword. Yeah. So, and then I've got a whole bunch of like plates that I printed up because I was gonna do like the big Castellan body. So really Nurglified plates with, you know, big Nurgle door knockers and Nurgle symbols. And yeah, that was my plan anyway. Whereas like, you know, you have all of these because like the Chaos big giant knights are so bad. Oh my God, they're bad for their points. Nobody would ever bring one. So, whoop, that broke off, but I'd probably just reprint it. But yeah, you know, throw some more Nurgle stuff on there and then like, cool, the door knocker goes over the top of that hole there. Looks like it fucking belongs there. So, yeah, I think it'd be cool. It would be cool. Eventually I'll do it. Eventually. But yeah, I have whole project boxes for like when I get a new army, I start like a whole new project box for it. And there's just tubs and boxes of like this is just one of the many knights. There's like a whole tub of knight parts. I'll 3D print stuff and you know, then I start like, okay, these are going to be Nurgle knights. So I start clipping a bunch of Nurgle stuff and like from extra bits and shit and throwing it in a thing. So, yeah. Yeah, the door knocker's cool. I think it would look really cool up on those because, no, like I said, nobody wants to run a tyrant class because they are. How many points? Let's go to Chaos Knights real quick here. Chaos Knights. Tyrant, 555 points. Go fuck yourself. Like, that is so goddamn bad. Yeah, that is just awful. And I think you can't do the cool loadout you used to be able to do. Like, I don't understand why they didn't take the Chaos Knights and go, cool, Knight Tyrant, you know, you can be a Chaos melee, just destructive machine. No, they have the exact same loadout as the Imperial Knights, and their Chaos Knight rules are terrible for big knights. Yeah, you could. 550 points, so it's 2,000 point lists. So he's a quarter of your army. To put it in perspective, the melee knights for Chaos are 380 points. The little war dogs that I play all of it is they're between 140 and 160 points each. So, yeah. Honestly surprised the Relic Spartan doesn't have twin las cannon choice since they now have a set with that choice now. Yeah, it's. But these guys, he is. So the nice part is, if I try to run these guys, you can get 3 to 4 big knights in a list easy. I think there's a list you can get 5 if they're all melee boys. Yeah, you can get 5 all melee boys, big knights in if you wanted to. But the big knights are just too expensive and not very good. And then there's some Forge World knights that are, I don't really like any of them too much. I haven't really looked at the Majera again too much, but no, not really. Once you start getting up into anything over 4, you really get diminishing returns, just because they only have so many in the game. There's only so many. Even when they get a new army book, units like that are so hard to balance. That's why they have so much problem balancing the Primarchs. And I think they've pretty much taken the Primarchs down to just kind of being garbage, with the exception of Gilliman. But he's a force multiplier. He's a super expensive force multiplier. Like Mortarion, I think, is still too many points in that Death Guard list. I've tried to play a couple times with him. And he's only 330, and I think he's too much. Oh, yeah, Praetors as captains in the Dark Ages army. Those Horus Heresy sculpts, if I was going to do a Space Marine army, I would definitely probably, and I wasn't going to kitbash a bunch of shit, and I wasn't going to 3D print a bunch of shit for it, I would pretty much exclusively just be using 30K models everywhere I could. There is just some gorgeous ones. That 30K Lion, or no, is it Lion one? Which one was it? It was a champion that I'd be like, okay, I'm figuring out how to put this guy in my list. The model was just gorgeous. Yeah, send pics. I will start putting the slideshow together right meow. Slideshow. How was I doing this? Oh, yes. I have to go into pictures. And then what's today's date? 10/3, new folder. 10.3.23. Why are you making noises? New folder 10.3.23. There we go. Horus Heresy. US. No, so 30K, yeah, there's 30, it's not called 30K, it's called Horus Heresy. But it is essentially what happened before the modern timeline, which is actually where the best books are, like the actual best lore for it. If you really want to learn about the Horus Heresy, either Audible has all the books on it, which is just amazing. It's like 50-some books and so many hours worth of shit. But there's a lot of recaps of the Horus Heresy. Arch Warhammer has a really good. I think he stopped at like book 20-something or 30-something. He just lost interest in it. He'll go back to it, but there's a Horus Heresy lore summary that just starts on book 1 and just starts working through them all, and it's really quite good. And if you watch it, it'll tell you a lot of the stuff that people are like, what the fuck? Like, you'll hear shit like Magnus did nothing wrong, and, blame Lorgar and all kinds of stuff. And he actually gets into, like, all the, like, goofy meme stuff that you'll hear about around 40K and all that. Because most of it comes from the Horus Heresy. There's still some stuff, like Failbladon the Harmless. But, all right. I was going here to get the... No, I definitely do not want to open Discord. God damn it. Fucking Discord. Quit. Thank you. All right. Jamal. Oh, it's a very chasey one today.
Yeah, it might be just Chase.
Might be just Chase. Well, that's no good. Chase sucks. Where is 10.23? Oh. There we go. Boop. Boop.
So if anyone else wants to send, we'll do last call.
Yeah, last call for picks. It's okay. Chase sent quite a few. Chase is changing up the color on his army, and it's looking pretty fucking good, actually. I like it quite a bit. Throw you away. There we go. Whenever you are ready, Lee. So, the first pick is of Chase's army all in its tray.
Yay!
I love how no guard player actually uses horses for their for their cav.
What's his calf look like?
They're bikes.
Oh, I can't see. He's using bikes also?
Yeah, he's using bikes also.
Okay.
And then he's printed up some new.
Told you, Chase, bikes are fun.
Yeah. So he's got these cool Krieg looking bikers, which are just cool as shit. And then he created. God, I always forget what they're called. Are they Corsican?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is looks like Chase's whole army all ready to go. Chase fell in love with these tank turrets, Josh, and you might fall in love with them too. After they shoot something, the rest of your army can get neg 1 AP.
Yeah, I've thought about building some.
Yeah, and they're 3 damage each. Maybe.
They're twin linked autocannon.
It depends how many. It depends how many demolishers you're gonna run, and how many tanks you're gonna run. Because you don't really need it for the demolishers, the extra AP. It's really good from the out of line of sight though. But yeah.
Yeah, if I was to run more motors.
And there's Chase's Lord Solar. Are these Nos? I keep wanting to say Nosferatu, but that's not what they are. The Russian guardsman, Josh.
Oh, there's Valhalla and
Valhallan, yeah. Yeah, so he's got a bunch of, he has a really cool Valhallan print. So, and he's got some of the Roman Krieg guys in there too. But yeah, it's starting to look good, Chase. I like it a lot. You have two kind of main colors with this or yellowish, drawing them all together. Just get some yellowish on the tanks and spots, I think maybe. Or maybe get some, I'd get some yellow on them and that tannish, and I'd get some of the red from these and get them on there, and get some of the blue from these and get them on there, and get some tannish on here, and it will draw everything together. Another angle. Let's give you a better angle of his Lord Leonidas riding on his clockwork pony. But yeah. But yeah, it's a combination of those. Those Corsican, or not Corsican, god damn it.
Or they stormtroopers.
Vestroyan.
Vestroyan, yeah.
Vestroyan, it's like a combination of Vestroyan Krieg, because they all have gas masks and shit. And then, so these Roman Krieg guys are really cool too. He's got a couple of them in there with special weapons. But yeah, bikes look great. Blue is the new color. He had all his tanks of all different colors. But I like how there's a lot of variation in this blue. Like, I like what you did with the airbrush there, Chase. A lot, actually. Yeah, the blue is the new color. No, I thought that guy was a Roman Krieg. Send some next week. Yeah, there's the tanks. Yeah, I really like what you did with the airbrush, Chase, giving it a lot more depth, rather than looking just straight up, blop, it's blue, or blop, it's red. Yeah. There you go. There's some close-ups of the guardsman prints. Guy's got a sideways gangster lean with his head. Just like, Yeah. Really good prints, Chase. And then that's the last one of these same two happy little guardsmen. Chase loves his dry brushing. So, which I must say, I don't hate. As far as getting a lot of models on the table very quickly and all at once, it's a really fucking good technique. So, yeah. Time is it? Oh, we're over 2. So, like I said, I want to get these going to 3, but I thought we were going to be 3 hours, but somebody really got his shit done way quicker than he thought he was gonna. So, yeah, my thoughts when I came in were I was going to make night legs on an old disc of Zinch that he was going to walk around with. So it was going to, because he's in the blue Scribes are in my night army.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of work. Is this worth it? Can you zoom in on this? See what I'm doing here?
You're too far. You got to come back towards you. Yeah, there you go.
Can you see kind of what I'm doing here or trying to do?
Oh, fuck yes.
Is it worth the effort?
Yes, it is absolutely worth the effort.
Just
It is 100%, without question,
Okay.
worth the fucking effort. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I can do it. It's just going to take a while.
Yep.
But have each little like shark faces, I think that'd be, kind of cool.
It will be absolutely cool. All right, everybody. So I think we'll have a Warhammer Wednesday game tomorrow. I think I was going to try to play you, Josh. You want to play tomorrow?
Okay. I got to play somebody tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool. You can play me tomorrow. We'll play Death Guard versus Guard. How's that sound?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to get as many reps as I can in there and decide whether I'm keeping the Death Corps bikers or not.
Yeah, I want to try out a
But
couple.
regardless,
things.
I'm playing a couple games.
I want to try out how much I like my idea of 2 rhinos and only 2 rhinos and only 2 packs. Well, 2 full packs of Plague Marines. But I'll draw the whole list up tomorrow. So, all right, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow, and then if we don't see you tomorrow, we will definitely see you next Tuesday for Hobby Stream Day. And like I said, I will be setting up Twitch streams for New World. Bye, everybody.